I asked him for love, and he gave me people to help. Well, after all that, he said, I didn't get any of the stuff that I wanted, but I got everything that I needed. Think it over, family. That's real talk. So he's not going to give it to us the way our family, yo, dad, I need such and such. Mom, I need such and such. Or, yo, bruh, can you help me out? Sis, can you help me? And then they just give it to you. That ain't how Allah works. No, he sets it up so that we will learn along the way whatever it is that we're trying to get. There's a teaching process going on.
Yes, sir.
And as the Honorable Louis Farrakhan teaches us, he said that wherever we see darkness, that is a teaching moment.
Yes, sir.
And we all in darkness. We just said it at the very inception. We are walking in a world of darkness, the absence of light, the absence of truth. So we need light. So we're talking from a torchlight for America. And the one who's holding the torch up for us right now is none other than the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And we thank Allah for his doing so and his sacrifice. Even at the extent of the enemy threatening his life right now. He ain't even talking. Instead, Allah told him to be quiet. He's not talking, but the enemy is still plotting to find a way to get to him. Why ain't he talking? Why ain't he saying nothing? They've been seeing these baby planes. They're everywhere, all over. We're going to start seeing them more. That's prophesied by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Again, Brother David alluded to the rain, the hail, the snow, and the earthquake. Winter's not even here yet. Have you noticed the temperature lately? It's 90-something degrees all day. Then the temperature dropped down to the mid-60s or even in the 50s overnight. That's not accidental. That's not global warming. That's the one in our lesson we talk about. It says, what make rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes? It's the Son of Man experimenting on high explosives. What? Oh, no. I know you don't. If you want to know more about that, you got to come out to the class. We got one on Monday. We got one tomorrow night, 7:30 for the brothers. If you ain't been out in a while, it's just a revisit. That's all. But if you have never been out, at the end of the meeting when we have acceptance, come on and step up and say, listen, I want to learn more about myself. How can I get in that class? Because you said something that I want to know about. And don't try to take the shortcut. Brother, you said something up there a minute ago. Can you go deeper into it right now? Come on out to the class. That's where it's all going down at. And you get study materials to take with you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Praise be to Allah. It says, prayer will strengthen the will. Prayer will constantly feed the desire. Desire will feed the will. And once the will is strong enough, you can change. One doctor lamented that your doctor will tell you to lose weight, stop smoking, exercise more, and relax. But he doesn't have the time or the know-how to give you the tools to make the changes. So you continue the same old unhealthy lifestyle as before. And naturally, when you return for your next doctor visit, your blood pressure hasn't come down. So the doctor has no choice but to start a drug treatment or increase medication. Sometimes this is because the doctor is the victim of the very same thing the doctor is treating you for. In fact, many times the doctors are just as sickly as the patients and die just as young. I remember our brother Dick Gregory, may Allah be pleased with him. He was at the mosque down on Broad Street. And he had said this. He said that he told a friend of his that he was going to do a fast and all that. He was going to start fasting, start walking and exercising. And he said that the person he was talking to said, well, you check with your doctor? He said, check with my doctor? I ain't had to check with him when I was smoking a carton of cigarettes a day and drinking a quart of scotch. I ain't had to check with him for that, but now I want to do something good for myself. I got to go check with him. No, again, there's nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. Yes. We make up our mind. We do what we need. We know it's best for us. And besides, when you go to a doctor, what's the first thing they ask you? Well, give me a little history about what you've been going through. You already know your history. You already know what needs to be done. Right. But the thing of it is, we have to just do it. Get up and do it. Yes. Y'all all right? Yes, praise be to Allah. So, do you want to make the change? Yes, you say. But you ask, how do I do it? And the answer is, just do it. One day, a young sister who had a problem with smoking wrote the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and asked him, Dear Apostle, how can I stop smoking? And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad wrote her back and said, Dear sister, if you desire to stop smoking, stop. Best wishes for your continued success. I am your brother and your servant, Elijah Muhammad. And she brought me the letter, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan talking, and she was quite upset that he only told her to stop. Walk with him. He said, what was he saying to this sister that she didn't understand? He was saying to her, you have the power to stop. Well, how do I know I have the power? Have you ever read Genesis? That it says that we were made in God's likeness and in his image and after his likeness. Well, the image, of course, that's physical, but the likeness is spiritual. So we got all the components right within us to do whatever it is we want to do. We just have to, as he just said, do it. Y'all all right? Yes, praise be to Allah. Use your will and say, I won't do it anymore, and then don't do it anymore. There's a scripture in the Bible about a woman Jesus met who was possessed of 7 devils. Jesus cast the devils out of this woman, and as the devils were coming out, they rebuked Jesus for casting them out. What they thought ahead of time. They knew that the work of Jesus was to cast out devils, but they thought they had a longer time to inhabit the woman. They were coming out, but they were angry as they were coming out, and they were giving Jesus a hard way to go. Check this out. Now, that's in scripture, but can we see that picture in real time? Yes, you know the current rulers of this world, the ones that stole us from our homeland, brought us here, stripped us of our language, our culture, our God, our folkways, our mores. They even took our mind and then inserted their mind into us. Y'all saw Get Out. Y'all saw what they trying to put their mind into us, right? They want to inhabit our bodies. Well, you know, Malcolm used to put it this way. He said, you know, the only difference between the black man and white man today is the color of their skin. Yes, sir. He said he has a black body, but he has a white mind. And most of our people are caught up with this affliction. And if we aren't careful, social media, we'll find ourselves leaning a little bit further. That's why we got to come back to the mosque. Yes, we come out to the mosque on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and back on Sunday. And in between that day that you are not here, the world will drain you of the righteous energy that you possess. So you got, like those hybrid cars, you got to get to a charging station. The mosque is the charging station. You got to get in here and plug up, plug in, so you can juice up and go back out and make it to the next meeting. Y'all all right? Yes, sir.